What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Seven, and thank y'all for tuning in. I got a video today that I'm about to bring to y'all about Angel Reese. The last few days, it's been a lot going on, a lot being said about Angel and her effect on the dream. The Angel Reese effect. What is it? Now, I am about to try to give y'all my opinion about what I think the Angel Reese effect is, what it isn't. So bear with me. Let's do this thing, all right? All right, y'all. So like I said, it's a lot been going on. It's a lot being said. And this particular video on the screen is one that led me to actually make a video responding to all the bullshit that they talking about the Angel Reese effect. And is she a good fit? Is she the answer? Is she the one to take the dream over the top? Now, this is sports. I understand that, and I know these guys are just giving their opinion, just like I'm about to give my opinion. So I ain't talking shit. I ain't hating. I'm gonna let this video play and let them voice their opinion. And keep in mind, this was earlier in the season, before the season started, I think. So who knows? Their opinion might have changed since then, but this is the video I'm responding to. So this is what we talking about.
Experience together. Like, I think this group can get there. I think about it I broke it down to this basically. Atlanta last year won 30 games, right? Best season since like 2018. Carl Smezko's first year wins 30 games. They lose first round in the playoffs to an Indiana Fever team without Caitlin Clark. I'll just put it out there. So a kind of, I don't want to say they were a fringe playoff team last year. They were only one of three teams to win 30 games last year. It was them, Vegas, and Minnesota. So really strong season for Atlanta last year. Does Angel take them up to, 35 wins? I mean, is she literally the difference in them looking that much better? Mm-hmm. I think they will look better, but I don't know if I'm thinking a somewhat fringe title contending team becomes a legit title contender by adding a fringe top 15 to 20 player in the league. Like, when I think of it that way, like, this isn't, a super team being formed. This isn't KD going to the Warriors. This isn't LeBron going to Miami, like, it's a great fit. I think it's a great fit, right? But I don't, Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, you've made the analogy of them being like the Tatum and Brown of the WNBA, and they're an elite duo. But again, it's not like they are proven like as a championship duo yet. So the question is, like, them to championship level. I don't know if I can go all the way there yet,
because Angel being in Atlanta, in my opinion, does not completely alter the identity and the schematics of this team. I think this team is going to look the same. I think this team is going to play the same. Now you just have Angel Reese in the fold. Now you just have Medina Okada in the fold. But overall, the Atlanta Dream are going to look how they looked last season. I think with how much space there's going to be on the floor for her, it's, again, when you can go from expected to be the best player on a team that is not well constructed, to now, at best, on any given night, all you have to be is the third best player on a team that is well constructed. I have to, at the very least, expect Angel Reese to look the same as she did last year statistically. And that doesn't account for just growth that we'll see from over the course of the season. That's more so I was going with that. I just think this system is one that is more conducive for a player like Angel, who I am not afraid to admit, as an Angel fan, going into year 3, is still very raw. It is still rough around the edges and still has areas of her game that she needs to work on from a scoring standpoint, from a shooting standpoint. Just being in this environment where all you're going to be doing, it seems, from the looks of the kind of how they're talking in training camp and things I've seen, there's going to be an emphasis on getting her more comfortable in that area of her game. And from Al Wick, what have the Fever done to make you be so high on them?
Oh, what? I think they've added real depth. I think they added the best defensive point guard in the draft, Maisha Hines-Allen. who was it? Bree Turner, not.
All right, we can stop it on that shit. Stop it on that shit, cause I'm not a damn. I'm not a hater, but I don't want to hear that motherfucking Indiana glazing, man. That man said, what has Indiana done?" And bro almost went speechless. He was like, "Oh, oh, oh, Indiana, Indiana." See, that's that. Anyway, moving on from that shit. But y'all heard what they had to say. So my little rebuttal is this. All right. First and foremost, and I might be starting backwards, but this the part that perked my ears up when he said adding a fringe top 15 to 20 player, right? First and foremost, Angel Reese has been an all-star in both her first two seasons, and it's looking like she's gonna become an all-star in this third season. Now we only 5 games in for the Dream, but it's looking like her third all-star is on the way. So I don't even know how you can use the word fringe when you're talking about her being a top 15 and top 20 player, when every year she's been in the league, she's played in the all-star game with the top 15, 20 players in the league. So that's that on that. Second, they said, "Oh, we are comparing Gray and Howard to Tatum and Brown," but Gray and Howard haven't proven that they are a championship caliber duo, right? I don't know, like how they expect them to move, but Howard and Gray have only been playing together for 3 seasons. Tatum and Brown played together for 7 seasons before they won their first title. Did they look like that championship duo when they first got together? I'm guessing no. Last year, I felt like they looked like a championship duo. Like they just said, they had 30 wins, the best season in franchise history. They were the number 1 team in the East, the number 3 team overall, one of only 3 teams to hit 30 wins. Keep in mind, they only played 44 games. So you only lost 14 games the whole season. That's championship material to me. Now, they have been exited from the first round of the playoffs the last 3 years. 2 years ago, they was beat the hell up. They was hurt like I don't know what. So I'm gonna give them a pass on that. But that don't mean that they not capable. That don't mean that they're not a championship duo. Right? Or is that just me? Maybe it's just me. But anyway, then he said, does Angel Reese jump them up from 30 wins to 35 wins? Blah, blah, blah. Right? Now, that's not what we talking about. Things like that, those type of numbers is not what we talking about when we talk about the Angel Reese effect. You know what? Let me not say we. Because although we might be Atlanta Dream fans and Angel Reese fans, we all think different. We all got different mindsets. So I don't want to group all of us in together. Y'all might not think like I think. So that's not what I think when I think about the Angel Reese effect. It's not about can you win 5, 6, 7 more games than last year? Can you go from 80 points a game to 90 points a game? Can you go from 8 blocks a game to 10 blocks? Whatever, right? It's not about that. Like, when I think about the Angel Reese effect, I think about Atlanta being right now 3rd and 2nd chance points. That's the Angel Reese effect. When I think about the Atlanta Dream being 1st in clutch wins this season, early, but still 1st in clutch wins this season, that's the Angel Reese effect. And you know that because in 2 of those games, she had the game-winning stop. Shout out to Alicia Gray because she was on that too. One of those games, the Minnesota game, I believe. But they are first in defensive rating in the month of May. Last year at this time they was 9th. That's the Angel Reese effect. The intensity is the Angel Reese effect. Firing up the team, firing up the crowd, the toughness, the shit talk. That's the Angel Reese effect. Those are things that happen where if you don't watch the games and you just watch the box score, you're not going to see those things. You're not going to see the real Angel Reese effect because you're just watching the scoreboard. Because it don't matter if she scored 8 points, 10 points, 15, or 20 points. She going to find a way to put her stamp on the game. Her name is going to be all over it. Her fingerprints are going to be all over the game. That's the Angel Reese effect that y'all missing out on if you're not actually watching the games. You understand? And I'm going to let Ryan Howard tell y'all what the Angel Reese effect is. Because she said it best. And this is her speaking. It's not nobody writing. It's not no misquotes. Nothing taken out of context. This is her words.
Reese as the missing piece. Everyone had their moment, but that closeout at the end, how would you define how she has really filled that role as the missing piece for this team?
I mean, she's doing all the little things that we've not done in the past. You know, oftentimes we would have folded, but because of the tenacity that she brings, because of the energy that she brings, we have no choice but to follow her. You know, we're continuing to lift her up and continue to let her know that we need her, and she's coming up and showing it every day.
The dream just keeps Angel Reese as the missing piece. Everyone had their moment, but that closeout at the end, how would you define how she has really filled that role as the missing piece for this team?
I mean, she's doing all the little things that we've not done in the past. You know, oftentimes we would have folded, but because of the tenacity that she brings, because of the energy that she brings, we have no choice but to follow her. You know, we're continuing to lift her up and continue to let her know that we need her, and she's coming up and showing it every day.
The dream just...
Come on, man. What are we talking about? Alicia Gray said it in the introductory press conference in the beginning of the season. Angel Reese is the missing piece. She is the piece we need to get to the championship. Ryan Howard been saying this from the jump. Angel is what we need. It's a reason they recruited her to Atlanta. The coach said the same thing. We need this on the team. Go read some interviews from the general manager. Even the general manager is like, yo, we've been trying to get her since before she was even available for trade. We reached out to Chicago before that because we know this is what we need to finish the job. And that's what I'm saying. Everything that Ryan Howard just said, the tenacity that she brings, the energy that she brings, we don't have a choice but to follow her. That's what they was missing. It's not always about points, assists, steals, and all that. I mean, that's good, obviously. But that's what it's about, because if you're a basketball fan, then you understand. The regular season is cool, but the real season don't start until the playoffs get there. And the playoffs is a whole different ball game. You need a dog. You need an animal. You need somebody like Angel to get you through the toughness of the playoffs. That's what they was missing. All the skill, all the talent in the world, they was just missing that dog. And they got her. The missing piece. The Angel Reese effect is right here in these quotes. Read that shit. That's the Angel Reese effect. The double-doubles is fire. The records is fire. She had 17 against Phoenix, and they won by 2. So obviously they needed all of those 17 points. The points is fire, but this, I'm a dog, you can't teach that. Y'all remember that interview? When they beat Indy? Come on, man. I'm a dog. You can't teach that. You can't teach what Angel Reese bringing to the table. You can't go and work in that and work on that in the gym. You can't do it. And for bro talking about, oh, she's still really, really raw and all that dumb shit. Is she perfect? No. Is it things she got to work on? Of course. But you got to understand, her first 2 years she played in Chicago, there's zero player development in Chicago. She didn't start getting better until she got to Unravel and started working with Lisa Leslie. And we all know that. So don't put that on her like, oh, she just ain't there. Like, nah. She finally in a place that got player development. They got pieces around it. They got a coach that really care. Obviously, I'm not talking about Teaspoon because Teaspoon really cared, which is why it was crazy they let her go. But we're not getting into that. We're not getting. I don't want to get upset all over again. All right. But anyway, I've been rambling on for 15 minutes. This is just my opinion about what I think the Angel Reese effect is and what it isn't. The Dream do not have to look different. They do not have to win more games. They do not have to score more points. It is not about that when we're talking about Angel Reese being the missing piece. What it's about is moments like this, when the game is on the line, when your heads is down, when the shoulders is slumped. Who is that person that's going to say, hey, man, get your ass up? I forget what game it was, but somebody was driving to the cup. They ran over Gray. She hit the deck, and you can hear Angel screaming, get up. Like, nah, like, get your ass up. We need this. Get back on D. Get up. In the middle of the play, she's yelling at her to get up. How many times you heard the announcer saying the way Angel Reese communicate, you don't see that a lot from a player in her third year, especially on a brand new team surrounded by vets that's already been there playing together. She already done took over a leadership role. You can tell, you can see it with her and Medina. She already put Medina under her wing. I got you. You my rookie. She in her third year. And she already like, nah, you my rookie. Just like she did with Maddie last year. That, in a nutshell, is the Angel Reese effect, man. I'm telling you. And that's why I think, no matter the record, no matter how the season is, because they still not fully healthy, they still learning each other, believe it or not, as you can see, because they keep having these slow starts and have to fight from behind. By the time them playoffs come and they figure it all out, that's when you really, really gonna see the Angel Reese effect. Listen, man, that's my time. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for showing love. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Show your boy some love, man. Get down in these comments. Let's get the conversation going. Let's get the community growing. It's all about love out here, man. Let's do it, all right? Peace, man. Come on back.